should be the night who they appeared out. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheered out. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down.
Well, no precipitation in the forecast, but we do have a cold night in store at First Energy Stadium on the southern bank of Lake Erie. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. That's to about the 28, second down coming up. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Jackson will keep it. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
That wound up backfiring. Instead of heading into your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable for Grant. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, he pulls over it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Browns at 4-9 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club is more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Slot man moves right. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Third and 2, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. 23 yards on the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And again, it's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Here's Jackson. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They go play action now. Jackson trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Second down, here's Chubb again. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on third down, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Browns! Brandon Cooks as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
In motion left goes Cooks. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
Again, holding a yard. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A handoff running left is Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
There's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 16, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Taken down.
back in his own 7. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Again, Jackson will keep it. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Dobbins trying the left side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up fourth and goal. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Finding space at the 40.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 9th play of the drive coming up. It's certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.